There are some mysteries that refuse to be forgotten. Some relics that challenge everything we think we know. The Shroud of Turin, an ancient piece of cloth, carrying what many believe to be the image of Jesus Christ himself. Is it a divine imprint, or an extraordinary forgery? Tonight, we unravel the mystery. But before we begin, let me ask you, what if this is real? What if, on this very cloth, we are looking at the face of Jesus, preserved through the ages? Or are we staring at an elaborate medieval hoax, one that has fooled millions for centuries? Science, history, and faith collide as we embark on this journey together. The Shroud of Turin didn't just appear out of nowhere. Its story is long mysterious and shrouded in secrecy. Some say its origins trace back to the very tomb of Christ, while others believe it was crafted in the Middle Ages. The first recorded mention of the shroud comes from 14th century France when it was presented by a knight, Geoffrey de Charny. He claimed to have acquired it from the East. But what happened before that? Some believe the cloth was once hidden in Constantinople, kept as a sacred relic in the Byzantine Empire, possibly even looted during the Fourth Crusade. But why does this relic command such devotion and controversy? Why does it continue to captivate millions, drawing pilgrims, scientists, and skeptics alike? We look closer. What do we see? A faint image of a man, beaten, wounded, crucified. The wounds match those of Jesus as described in the Gospels. His wrists and feet, pierced. His side, gashed open. A crown of thorns pressed into his head. But here's what makes it even more mysterious. This is not a painting. There are no brushstrokes, no pigments, no evidence of any known artistic technique. It is as if the image was burned into the fabric itself. But how? Many theories have been proposed. Some scientists suggest it was formed by a sudden burst of radiation, an event so powerful it imprinted the image onto the cloth. Could this be the moment of resurrection itself? Could this be the scientific footprint of a miracle? Others say it's an intricate hoax. But if it is, how did a medieval artist create something that even modern technology cannot fully replicate? I have one request. Please watch this video until the end. Because what you are about to learn may be one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our time. In 1988, carbon dating was performed on a small piece of the shroud, and the results were shocking. The tests dated it to the 13th or 14th century. A forgery? Perhaps, but not so fast. Many scientists argue that the tested sample was from a repaired section, not the original fabric. This means the test results may not reflect the actual age of the shroud. More recent studies have found pollen grains on the cloth that match species found only in the Holy Land. The blood stains on the shroud have been tested. Yes, they are real human blood, type AB, which is most common in the Middle East. If this were a forgery, why would someone use real blood? And how could they have known to create an image that still puzzles modern technology? Let's talk about something even stranger. The image on the shroud has three-dimensional qualities. Scientists have scanned it and discovered that it contains depth information, something no medieval artist could have faked. Unlike a normal painting or drawing, the brightness of the image corresponds to the distance between the cloth and the body it supposedly covered. This is something we only discovered in the 20th century through advanced image analysis. Then, there's the question of the fibers themselves. Some scientists claim that the linen used in the shroud matches ancient weaving techniques from the time of Jesus. Others argue that medieval weavers could have mimicked these patterns. But if that's true, why have we never found another fabric with the same mysterious properties? The arguments continue. Some say science has proven the shroud is fake. Others argue that science itself has been unable to fully explain it. Could it be that this is the burial cloth of Christ? Or is it an elaborate deception? Theories surrounding the shroud go beyond simple arguments of authenticity. Some believe the image was created by an energy burst at the moment of resurrection, a literal scientific signature of Christ's return from the dead. Others argue that the shroud matches ancient descriptions of a relic known as the image of Edessa, a cloth with a miraculous imprint of Christ's face that disappeared centuries ago. Could they be the same artifact? Further, forensic scientists analyzing the shroud have determined that the wounds align perfectly with what we know about Roman crucifixion techniques. The bloodstains, rather than being painted on, appear to have been absorbed into the cloth in a way consistent with real human bleeding. If this is a fake, how did someone in the Middle Ages know so much about Roman execution methods? There are also accounts of inexplicable events surrounding the shroud. Some claim that it has survived multiple fires, including one in 1532 that should have destroyed it entirely. Instead, it bears only burn marks along its edges. Miraculous preservation, or coincidence? One of the most fascinating aspects of the shroud is the way it challenges both believers and skeptics alike. Those who seek proof of divine intervention see it as a miraculous relic, tangible evidence of Christ's resurrection. Others, who rely solely on science, struggle to explain how this image was formed without any known artistic or technological method. Yet, despite centuries of scrutiny, no one has successfully recreated it using medieval or modern techniques. But let's go deeper. How does the shroud compare to other relics throughout history? Many claim to have discovered remnants of Christ's possessions, from the Holy Grail to the true cross. But none of these artifacts have undergone the same level of intense scrutiny and investigation as the Shroud of Turin. Some skeptics argue that religious relics have often been used as tools to strengthen faith, but believers counter that faith and evidence are not mutually exclusive. Even if science cannot definitively prove the shroud's origins, its existence alone raises profound questions about life, death, and what lies beyond. So, after everything we've explored, what is the truth? The Shroud of Turin remains one of history's greatest enigmas. Whether it is truly the burial cloth of Jesus Christ or an elaborate medieval creation, one fact remains: no one has been able to fully explain it. It stands as a symbol of faith, a challenge to science, and a mystery that refuses to fade. But now, the question is yours to answer. Do you believe the shroud is a divine relic? A work of incredible deception? Or something else entirely? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into faith, history, and the unexplained. There's so much more to explore, and together, we will continue uncovering the truth. Thank you for watching. Stay curious. Stay open-minded. And remember, some mysteries are meant to be pursued, no matter where they lead.